Guys, welcome to number 13 of the Derby Career Mode Live, and to start off this episode we have got the game against Burton Albion at home, and then we're going to have a second derby in this episode against Nottingham Forest. Obviously because we are Derby County, and we got the derby in that game and the derby in the Forest game. I'm tempted to title the video like Triple Derby or something like that, because we are Derby, and then there's that derby, then there's that derby, so I don't know, maybe I'll do something like that, but yeah, then I think we'll simulate the game against Barnsley as they are in the bottom three, I believe. I'm not too sure about QPR. It really does depend on the results that we do get in these first two, because if we do win those two games, there's a good possibility that we will be 9 points clear at the top of the table, so it might not be necessary to actually play those games, so we might be able to simulate like the last three games of the season and get into the Premier League a little bit fast. So I realise that we do have to actually play the last game of the season just so that we can see like the title lifting thing. So yeah, I haven't actually seen one of those yet on FIFA 17, so that'll be something good to look forward to. Only what, 6, 7, 8, 9 games left, so with those three as well it means we've got 6 games left plus the Rotherham that we do have to play to make sure we do see the trophy lifting bit. So in the last episode we got a bit of good news towards Will Hughes. He does actually want to stay at the club, so we did send him a new contract. I don't think he's accepted it yet. No, he hasn't. But hopefully we will get that message very soon. Into the derby then against Burton Albion. They are a team I'm kind of tempted to do a career mode with, because they are similar to Derby, but financially a lot weaker. So I think for this game, we would like to play our first team, but I think it is a bit low on fitness, so we may have to make a few changes. Let's have a look at their lineup for today's game. I think they did play a 5 at the back last time we did play up against them. I think that's John Massinho in the middle, John McLaughlin in goal, Ben Turner, Cal McFadzean, McCrory, Brayford, obviously a former player of ours, Chris O'Grady. I think they've got Barker and Ward on the bench as well, Matty Palmer and Jackson Irvine in that midfield as well. I don't know, we did really well in the last game, but recently we have kind of struggled to score. We have gone for Wilson and Wells up front with Russell and Vyman out wide, so hopefully we can get the goals we need. There we go, Bryson. I'm going to take the long shot with him. We haven't done many of those. Gone to Vyman with the save. Oh, Manaki Wells is offside. I wasn't sure. I think it was Vyman who's actually offside. From the first shot, yeah, from Bryson, and then Wells did actually find the back of the net, but it didn't really matter because he was a mile offside already. I'm winning the ball here into Thorne. If we can get the early start, that's what we definitely need. We have kind of struggled recently at getting the first goal in the game. We seem to be conceding first and then having to chase, but we have got Johnny Russell through here with the shot, and he has found the back of the net. Definitely what we needed in this game. Johnny Russell just coming back from his injury, obviously the new number 7, and yeah, we haven't really played too many games with that. I like it how he literally left his head on the end of the camera there. But yeah, Johnny Russell, I think his first goal for the season. We'll have a look here and see. It was a good run from him, cutting across over the to the left-hand side, and then just puts it in the near post. Probably keeper could have done it a little bit better, and it is his first goal in the league. Back ball in the middle here, across, it's hit the post, but Christie with a really good block there to prevent that open goal from going into the back of the net. The ball going into the back of the net, of course. 26 minutes gone in the game. It's pretty much been all us apart from that one Burton attack where it did hit the post. I feel like we're doing well with the 4-4-2. I was kind of tempted to try a different formation towards the end of the season if we are like 9 points clear, just so then when we go into the Premier League, we've always got a plan B, because at the moment the 4-4-2 seems to be working quite nicely. And when we do play the 4-3-3, we kind of do struggle, so maybe a 4-2-3-1 or something like that. But Vyman here cuts inside with the shot, absolutely terrible. The pressure from Christie, he's actually one of the throwing really high up out of a clearance from Burton. Got it through for Naki Wells here with the shot, and the keeper has made a very good save. John McLaughlin there getting his left-hand side on the ball. Really good save from the Burton keeper. It was pretty much in, and I thought, yeah, that's a goal, but no, he's managed to get his hand to it. Ball out to John Brayford here. He has found Matty Palmer as well. I'm not too sure where Olsen is. He seems to be like centre mid at the moment. Good save from Pickford to keep it out just before half time there. They have got a corner here now. It looks like Burton have had a lot of possession, but with that 5 at the back it's kind of difficult to show. Good save from Pickford, and Johnny Russell with the clearance eventually. Lopez on the attack here. I'm not too sure who this player is. I don't think he actually plays for Burton in real life. Good save, not quite good save from keeper. He seems to do that quite often, where he like parries it away instead of punching it, and it seems to not go too far. But we have gone into, obviously we are 1-0 up at half time. A couple of good shots from Burton, and they could very easily get back into this game. We do definitely need to get the second goal and kill it off quite quick. Wilson bringing the ball forward, so they're going to cut inside and get it through to Hansen, out wide to Kamara. I don't know if we can get the first time ball into Wilson. Yes, we can, with the block, with the shot, and it has gone into the back of the net. I kind of wanted him to volley it the first time, to be fair. but it's good to get that late goal in the last like 5 minutes just to make sure we do get the win. A little bit lucky from us, obviously, to get the deflection straight back to us. But that's football at time. Good to get Wilson his 6th goal of the season. He hasn't scored too many, but what we've been doing in the second half, because he did actually get those goals in the first half of the season, we haven't really played him too much in the second half, and that way we can actually get him for a decent price where when his loan does run out, and we can yeah, pick him up for like 1 or 2 mil. And there it is, full time against Burton Albion. Another 2-0 victory against them. I think our away game at the Pirelli was actually a 2-0, so yeah, it looks like we did quite well. We didn't have the most possession, but obviously triple the shots, not bad at all. So with that win against Burton Albion, we are now 9 points clear at the top of the table, and we're on Legendary, guys. It's not like I know we did play a few at the start of the season on World Class. I think it was only like, I think it was like episode 4 or 5 when we did put it up, and that was like, what, I don't know, maybe I'm trying to think the math quickly. 10 games, we'll say 10 games, so 26 of those games still. We've been playing on Legendary, and we've only lost 3 of the games so far in this season, and we could do scoring a few more goals for saying that we are top of the table, but our defensive record is so good, with 15 only conceded this season, which is essentially half of like the best of Fulham and Norwich, obviously on 28. They're just behind on that 30 mark, but yeah, I'd say we have done really well this season to get the points we've needed. So I'm not too sure if it's actually saved the contract I did send to Will Hughes at the end of the last episode. We're going to have a quick look and see. It looks like it hasn't, so we're going to have to do that again. I thought it had already saved, but obviously clearly not. And yeah, we'll give him what he wants, because he actually does want to sign for the club now. And I might be tempted to sign some of these players, maybe Martin, on the last year of their contracts, because we don't want them to expire. I'm not too sure about Shackle, because he is actually going down in stats, so we might just let him go at the end of that contract. Into the game then against Forest, probably the biggest game of the season at the City ground, of course. They have actually got some quite nice kits, to be fair. That black one does look quite decent, but then that sponsor kind of does spoil it, just like ours, to be fair. But we are going to use our first team for this game. We kind of did use a second team in the last game. We're going to put Shackle into the defence. I think we'll play Hughes and Bryson, and we'll probably bring Thorne on towards the end just to shore up the game. And I'm not too sure what we'll do in this left back position. I think we will put Anya there. Into the game then at the City ground. It is actually called Forest Park Stadium, so that's actually quite... It seems like they've literally made this stadium just for Nottingham Forest. And yeah, I don't know about that. Like, EA could do a like Pride Park Stadium, but they haven't like done this quite accurate stadium, to be fair, of what theirs actually does look like. But we are going to wait for the squads and show you them. It would have been quite nice if we could play Forest as the last game of the season, just so if we did win the title, just to lift it at the City ground. That would have been really, really nice. But nevertheless, towards the end of the season, pretty much got the title sealed anyway. Hopefully we can get a clean sheet for Pickford. I think we did, yeah, we did get one in the last game against Burton. But now we're playing a bit of a bigger team in Nottingham Forest. We'll have to see how we do. Here is their lineup. Sombalonga, Ben Osborne, David Vaughan, Lansbury, Leaker. I think they're playing a 4-1-4-1, yeah, with Chris Cohen holding. Manchin and Lamb in the defence. Adam Traore, Stojovic in goal. He is actually quite good. He's like 77 rated, so quite a tough team to break down, to be fair. Like, they have got that one just in front of the centre-back, so it will be kind of challenging. So we did actually draw the original fixture, so hopefully we can actually win against Forest, as we won't be playing them again in this career mode, unless they do get promoted as well, which is quite unlikely because they're quite bad. Here we go, Chris Martin with the shot, and it is in the back of the net. A really good strike from Chris Martin against Nottingham Forest in the first 30 minutes of the game. I'm not too sure what goal it is for him. It might be 5 or 6 now, so he's actually got up to that area the same as Wilson quite quickly, obviously, with that hat-trick a couple of episodes ago. Really good strike from the Scottish international to get that into the back of the net, and it's his 8th goal of the season, so he's only 3, I think, behind Macha Vidra, so if he can get a couple in this game, we could have a 2-horse race for the top goal scorer at the club. There it is, half-time against Nottingham Forest. Currently 1-0 up like we were against Burton at half-time. Pretty similar situation where they really haven't done too much, and we've pretty much dominated. They have brought on Grant in the midfield. I'm not too sure who this guy is. I don't know if he's a youngster or something. Here we go, ball out to Russell. Can we get the attack going here in the last 5 minutes and get the goal that we need? With the shot, I thought I'd just go for the shot because it was only Ince in the middle and he's not exactly the best at heading. Got another chance here. I don't know if we can find this through for Martin. Yes, we have. With the shot, and it is just wide of the post. We could have potentially killed it off there, but we're going to have to just hold on for the next 5 minutes. And there it is, full time against Forest. Not the most eventful game in the world, but obviously a derby, quite like, I don't know, scruffy. There's not really much happening. But we managed to get the goal, obviously, with Chris Martin. A really good strike, literally out of nothing. Not a single shot on target for Forest, so I'm not too sure what I'm going to show you for them. But Patterson in the right back position. I don't know if you can actually see aerial attacks, like aerial wins, basically. Because the amount of balls that they stuck out to their left winger, and Patterson would just intercept him with his, like, 92 jumping. It was crazy. I'm actually going to stick Pickford onto handling and kicking and stuff like that, because his ability to punch the ball is a little bit weak at the moment. I don't know if it is a statistic he has, but he has quite clearly grown there to that 76 rate, so probably a good idea to maybe even push him onto that 77 by the end of the season if we do get 2 training for him. There it is, guys. You can see it in the top left-hand corner. Will Hughes has accepted his new contract. Only 45 grand a week. I know he was, like, at one point, literally, he would not accept anything, but now he's accepting literally... What was it? We offered him like 150, I think it was at one point. He's accepted 45 grand a week, so I'm happy. Like saving 100 grand in wages, I'm very happy indeed. So we are actually going to simulate this next game against Barnsley. We're many points ahead, and they are in the very low area of, I think it is 20th in the league. But I think we will play the next game against QPR, maybe even Fulham. So yeah, Barnsley, they've won 2 games, drawn 9, and lost 26. We've lost 3. I doubt they're going to get anything from the game, and even if they do, we're still going to be like, what, like 8 points clear at the top? Just going to go simulate the next game against Barnsley. We've actually had to make a few changes due to the players being on international duty. I've never actually seen that before. In the Championship, there should never be fixtures when the international teams are playing, but obviously EA don't know that, but Chris Martin has kicked off the scoreline there in the first 16 minutes of the match, going into the 30th minute now. I'm pretty sure we should win this game. Obviously, Lee Grant playing for Barnsley there. They did score, but we scored on the exact same minute to get us back into the lead. Last 30 minutes now, Thomas Ince getting us into a 2-goal lead. Hopefully we don't get any... We have got an injury to Rawson. I'm just looking at like red cards. We have scored a 4th goal with Bailey and made it 4-1. Very easy win. We probably would have won like 3 or 4-0. If we did actually play that game. So Rawson's little injury, it was only a little tiny injury, but he's going to be out for 4 months. It's kind of one of the things about simulating games. You get injuries, and it's just like, what? 4 months. That's till the end of the season, so that's a real shame we have lost the young centre-back, because obviously he's not going to grow now anymore, and yeah, just a little bit of a bummer really. It's one of those things, like, it does save us. Like, me personally, it saves me 20 minutes of playing the game and winning it quite easily. There's no debate. I'm going to win that game. So yeah, a little bit frustrating. So just looking at what teams are actually in like the top 10, and from these remaining fixtures, we have Fulham, Birmingham, Sheffield Wednesday. I'm not too sure about Wolves. We're going to have to play the Rotherham anyway, so we're going to have a look and see if Wolves are in the top 10, and they're actually 17th, so they're not doing too well at all. So I think out of those remaining fixtures, since we are so many points clear, I think we'll simulate the QPR game, play these 2 against Fulham and Birmingham, and I think we'll probably end it off in the next episode by playing Birmingham to Rotherham. So I think we'll play the Fulham game and finish off the episode. Next game against QPR then, we are going to be simulating this one. I didn't actually make the changes that we were meant to change, like obviously the players that were on international duty, like Pearce and, not Pearce, but Patterson and Christie, but we have got a goal there in the first 10 minutes with Craig Bryson. If we can win this one and Norwich end up losing, then we'll be like 15 points clear, but Britos has equalised there just before half time. Hanson with an injury as well, hopefully it's not too big like Rawson's was. Wilson with the goal there as well, and going into the last 10 minutes they have scored with Nabakato, and there we go, 2-2 in the end. I know we are dropping a couple of points, but we've got that many games left, and with that many points clear, we're still, how many points? We're 12 points clear. So, yeah, no real worry. Into the last game of the episode, then against Fulham. Obviously, Chris Martin coming against his team he was on loan at. Going to put their away kit, and I think we will I don't know, I think, yeah, we'll start with Wales and then probably bring him off the bench. As you can see by the table, we are 12 points clear at the top of the table. Newcastle a few points behind us. It looks like they're not going to get automatic, just like Aston Villa. And it looks like us and Norwich are going to be doing it. Looking at the Fulham lineup then, I don't really know too many of their players. They've got Tom Kearney and Thomas Callas from Chelsea, Tunnicliffe, Scott Parker, Sean Maloney, I think that is at left back, David Button in goal. But apart from that, Tim Ream as well. But yeah, there's not too many I know in that team. Here we go into Wales early on with the shot. It has been blocked and the keeper has made the save. Here we go, ball out to Thomas Ince. I don't know if we can get the goal here with his right foot. He's hit the crossbar, really unlucky. Here we go, Martin. We're going to have to take a shot here because there's too many players back. They are playing like ultra defensive and I think that's like our first shot on target of the half. No, it is full time against Fulham, one of the most boring games in the world. They played ultra defensive from the first minute. Yeah, we had 3, they had 2. Not really much in it. I think Kyo managed to get the man of the match just because he did so many tackles. So I think on that note, we are going to end off the episode here. We have got Birmingham and Sheffield Wednesday, and I think Rotherham will be the ones that we do play in the next episode. We've also got Huddersfield, Wolves, and I think someone else like Bristol City or something like that. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and see you soon. Bye.